Hello friends, today we will be doing a small chapter called as squares, square roots and cube roots. What do you mean by squares? Square means a number when it multiplied by itself, it is called a square. So if I am multiplying a by a, this becomes a square. This is called a perfect square. So how to find squares? By the trig method. So we will do some simple sums. First I will take 43 square. Now remember, we have to split it as 3 square means 9, then 2 into the product of the digits. Which are the digits? 4, 3. So 2 into 4 into 3. So 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24, 2 is carried forward. 4 square means 16, 16 plus 2, 18. So this is the square of 43. We will take a little bigger number, say 104 square. So what is 4 square? 4 square means 60. Now I will split this as 10 and 2. So 2 into 10 into 4. So this is 80. So I will write 8 and I will carry forward 8. 10 square is 100. 100 plus 8 is 108. So your answer is 108016. This is called trig method of finding the squares. Now next is we will be finding square roots. So what is square root? Square root is the number which when multiplied by itself will give you the square. Now finding square roots, we should remember this sign is called the radical sign. Now if nothing is written, it means it is the square root. So there are methods for doing this. So the first method is known as the prime factorization method, which is also known as the PF method in short. Second method is known as the division method, which is the second method. This is useful for finding square roots of decimals also. And the last and the most important and the most easiest method, or the most easy method, is the trig method. We will start with the prime factorization. This is the first method in which we will be finding squares using prime factorization. So my first number which I am taking is square root of 784. So we will just find the prime factors of 784. 2 3s are, 2 9s are, 2 2s are, 2 1s are, 2 9s are, 2 8s are, 2 9s are and 8s are, 249. Now we have to take 7, 7, 7, 1. So 784 means 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 7 into 7. Now in this method we make pairs of the same digits. And if I want the square root of 784, from each I will be taking one number. So square root of 784 is nothing but 28. Is I want the square root of 1296. So we will start prime factorization of 1296. So this is 1296. We start with 2, 2 6, 2 4s are 8, 2 8s are 16, 2 2 3s are 2 2s are 2 4s are 2 1s are 2 6s are 2 2s are 2, it is 2 8s are 61. Now this will be 3, 3 2s are 6, 7s are 3, this will come 9, again this will come 3, this will come 1. So 1296 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now after doing this, we'll just have to form pairs of same digits, and if I want the square root of 1296, from each I will be taking one digit. So this is 3 and this is 3. So square root of 1296, it is 6 6 are 36. I hope you understood this method. Now the next method which we will be going is known as the division method. Now this method of division is little different from the division which we normally do in mathematics. So we will take the second method. This is called the division method. Now in this we will take a first example. I want the square root of, say, 841. Now I will write this as A41, and from the right hand side I will put a bar on 2 digits at a time. Now this has only 1 digit. Now just make this structure, and we start with the first one. So 8. Now which is the perfect square nearest to but less than 8? It is 4. So 2 2s are 4. So what we do, we subtract. So this becomes 4. Now please remember, here is where the difference comes. You have to take these 2 digits together down. This becomes 41. This 2 has to be added to this 2. So we will be getting 4. Now I have to put a digit here, and the same digit I have to put here, and when I multiply this number by this digit, remember both these digits are the same, I should get 441. So it is 49 into 9, we will be getting 441. So the square root of 841 is 29. We will take a little bigger number. I will be taking a little bigger number, and that number is, say, 11,449. So how to do this 11,441? We will go with the same logic, starting from the right hand side. Put a bar on 2, and here you can directly put a bar on 3, will do. Now which is the perfect square nearest to 114 but less than 1? Obviously it is 100. So 10 tens are 100. When we subtract, we are getting 14. Now again we have to bring down both the digits together. This 10 I will be adding to this 10. This becomes 20. Now I have an option. I have to put a digit here and the same digit here. When I multiply this digit, by this, I should get 1449. Now my option is 7 7 1449. So I am getting, so the square root of 11,449 is 107. Now you might be wondering how I took these digits directly, how the options directly. Now for that, there is a small trick for this also. So we will write squares ending in the digits and the options which have to be taken. Now if the square is ending in 2 digits, the option in the square root will be 0. So this is the square root. Now if the square is ending in 1, so which options do I have? Please see here, it is 1 into 1 means 1, 9 into 9 means 81. Kindly remember, we are concerned only with the units place. So this is my first, this is my second case. Now remember, a perfect square will never end in 2 and 3. So my next option is 4. So which options do I have here? So my first option is 2 into 2 means 4, and my next option is 8 into 8 means 64. So here my options are 1 and 9, here my options are 2 and 8. Now when a digit is ending, square is ending in 5, obviously it has no other option but 5. Now what if it ends in 6? For 6 we have two options. 4 into 4 means 16, 6 into 6 means 36. So the options available to me are 4 and 6. So I have to try out directly. Now remember, 7 and 8 never comes in a perfect squares, never ends with 7 and 8. So my next option is 9. If my option is 9, again I have two combinations. The combinations are 3 into 3 is 9, 7 into 7 means 49. So my options are 3 and 7. Now here how did I directly write 7? Now if I had written 3, 2 not 3 into 3 means hardly 6 not 9. So naturally I directly took the next option, which is 7. So this is how we do the division method. Now after this division method, we can do the how to use this division methods for finding square roots of decimals. Now if I am having a decimal, now this is I want to find the square root of 10.24. Now remember, what you have to do is you simply write 1024 and start the division method. So this is 3, 3 is 9, 1, bring 24 together, 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay, so digit which I will put here is very easy. 62 into 2 is 124. So 3, 2. So I will write square root of 10.24 is, just put one decimal point, it is 3.2. So wherever you are having decimals, you always have to first do directly and then just place the decimal point. Now the third and the most important method which I usually do is known as the trig method. In the trig method, we have to remember the squares from 1 to 10. So here I am writing the number and here I am writing the square. Now remember, this will help us a lot. So 1 square means 1, 2 square means 4, 3 square means 9, 4 square means 60, 5 square means 25, 6 square means 36, 7 square means 49, 8 square means 64, 9 square means 81 and 10 square means 100. Now when you see this, we can come to know, just see the units place 1 and 1. So 1 and 1, they become a pair. Similarly 4 and 4, they will also become a pair. Similarly this 9 and 9, they will also become a pair. 6 and 6, they will also become a pair. Now what does this mean? This means that whenever a square ends in, so we will say square ending in and the square root ends in. So we will make a small table. Now see here, if the square ends in 1, so what are the options for you? 1 or 9. A square will never end in 2 and 3. When a square ends in 4, the options for you are 2 or 8. When a square ends in 5, the only option is 5. When a square ends in 6, so the options are 4 or 6. When the square 7 and 8 will never come. When a square ends in 9, the options are 3 or 7. Now friends, when you see this carefully and observe this, memorize this, you can do, remember, 4, 5, 6 digits, find the square roots within, according to me, 5 seconds. If you are faster, you can even do it in 2 or 3 seconds. Thank you.